Hello, I'm MrTieDye, and today I'm rinsing out the pot leaf that I stitched up the other day. So what I usually like to do with that one is I start out by running it under cold water to get rid of the soda ash in the shirt, and then I move up to warm water and I just kind of squeeze it, try to get all the excess dyes out. And for the stitch designs, I'll usually go ahead and take the string off, but the threads that I use to stitch with, those are going to stay in the shirt until after the first wash. And I do it that way just because it seems to be messier trying to cut all the threads. I like to have a bunch of the dye gone before I start trying to do something like that. So I'll get the strings off that I use to tie it with, give it some more rinsing and squeezing here. And then, like I say, once I give this the first wash, then I'll go ahead and finish the rest of this video and show you how I cut the threads and pull those out. So I'll be back after I do that. Oh, and the other thing with the stitch designs, I like to wash those in a net bag. So got these laundry bags. So I'll go ahead and put the stitch design just one at a time in a t-shirt, tie that up, and that just helps it in the wash machine keep from getting pulled around and possibly have some of those threads pull out. So I'll wash that in gentle cycle. These are the same type of bags I use to wash any of my rayon stuff in. So you can find them in the laundry aisle at at the department store. Okay, so I've rinsed the pot leaf and I've run it through one hot wash in the washer, and now I'm going to cut the threads out of here. So what you're going to need for that is a seam ripper. You can get that in the sewing department if you don't already have one. But that's what I'm going to use to get in there and cut the threads. So what I'll do is open up these folds and find the thread. So you can see that thread right there. And that's why I use the 10, because it's easier to spot. And I just go through and cut all of these threads all the way around. And you want to make sure that you're getting just the thread and you're not getting into the t-shirt, because you don't want to be ripping holes in it after you've done all this work. So cut the last of these threads out. And on the more detailed designs, of course, this is more time consuming. The pot leaf goes pretty quickly because I have just 2 or 3 lines that I run for each leaf. So you can cut these out pretty quick. But when you got a more detailed design, you need to really go through and find all of them. So once I've cut all the threads, then I'll kind of slowly stretch it out. You don't want to pull too fast because you still have thread going through here, and the wet fabric wants to grab that thread. So I usually will pull it slowly just to make sure I'm not tearing a hole in the shirt this way. And once I have it spread out, then the other thing I like to do is I'll go through, and you can see there's a couple loops here, and rather I could just grab it and pull it, but like I say, there is some resistance. So I'll go through and just loosen all of these threads up. So I think you can see that all right. So I'll just use my seam ripper and just loop under them. And I just go all the way around the whole design and just loosen them all up. And then I've left a tail on all of these when I tie the knot in them. And when I tie them together, I like to leave about a ½ inch of a tail on there, and that just makes it easier for grabbing these threads and pulling them out. So let's see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Okay, so there's the tail, so I'm just going to pull that right out of there, and I'll just go along and do that on each one of these. Like I say, the pot leaf, it goes pretty quickly. When I do a more detailed design, this part will take longer, and I'll usually flip it over and just check to make sure that there's no stitches on the back side. But at this point, let's zoom back out. Then you can open it up and see your completed design. So there's how I do the pot leaf. Quick and easy. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share this video with whoever you like. I am Mr. TieDye, and check back because I'll keep making more videos. Thank you.